Ji-young, having finally realized she had fallen in love with Ihan, felt overwhelming joy after his heartfelt confession. Yet, beneath her happiness, a quiet fear lingered in her heart, fear that history might repeat itself, that Ihan would one day become the tyrant king the records spoke of. As he pulled her into a warm embrace, she whispered softly, "Promise me, no matter what happens, you won't become a tyrant." Later, back in his chamber, Ihan took out the Manguan rock and began to draw the first dish Ji-young had ever made for him, gochujang butter bibimbap. He smiled as he carefully added every detail of the dish to the page. He wished that, one day, he could cook bibimbap for Ji-young himself. Unbeknownst to him, this page would become the last entry in the Manguan rock, the very page Ji-young would later find torn and crumpled in the airplane restroom. It was the final message he had left behind. A dish. A memory. A wish. The next day, during the Queen Dowager's long life banquet, Ihan performed a traditional mask dance before the Queen Dowager, the royal family, and palace officials. The Queen Dowager beamed with pride. "The king is dancing for his grandmother," she said warmly. Queen Jaehyun said, "His filial piety is admirable." Prince Jae-sun, ever two-faced, feigned admiration for Ihan in front of the Queen Dowager. Meanwhile, his faction of ministers exchanged uncomfortable glances. In contrast, the ministers loyal to Ihan and the Queen Dowager praised him. "It's been so long since we've seen a king perform the mask dance. He dances with such spirit, we almost wonder, is this truly the king?" The Queen Dowager looked proudly at Ihan, her eyes glistening with emotion. Among the palace staff, Ji-young stood quietly, a radiant smile on her face. She thought to herself, "Ihan, you'll be remembered as a good king, forever." At that moment, a man approached the gate and stopped in front of it. He held a box that Prince Jae-sun had ordered him to bring to the banquet, specifically for when Ihan performed his mask dance. Gathering his courage, the man entered and opened the box, revealing a garment covered in blood. It was the dress King Ihan's late mother had worn when she was poisoned. Ihan suddenly stopped, took off his mask. He was overcome with rage. Gong-gil and Song-jae tried to calm him, but Ihan went berserk. He drew a sword from a royal guard nearby, screaming, "I will kill everyone today." Ji-young panicked. She desperately tried to meet Ihan's gaze, hoping to remind him of what she had said to him last night. No matter what happened, he must not resort to violence. Ihan gradually calmed down, and Song-jae led him to his chamber. Ji-young then thought hard about what food she should serve Ihan. In the web novel, Ji-young serves Ihan's late mother's favorite fruits. As Ihan ate them, he suddenly felt the warmth of his mother's presence. Ji-young, trying to soothe him, said, "No matter what others try to accuse your mother of, I believe that she was a good person and a good mother. I believe she wanted you to become a wise king, a good king for the people of Joseon." After hearing this, he finally became calmer. In the Manguan rock, which Ji-young opened on the airplane, there was a creme brulee recipe written. Will Ji-young also make creme brulee for Ihan to soothe his heart? Meanwhile, Prince Jae-sun and Mok-ju were furious because their plan had failed yet again. This time, Mok-ju suggested that they should remove Ji-young from Ihan's sight, hoping it would trigger Ihan to become a tyrant. Prince Jae-sun then ordered his men to enter the palace and kidnap Ji-young. They ambushed Ji-young, rendering her unconscious, and carried her out of the palace. What will happen to Ji-young? And will Ihan become the tyrannical king Prince Jae-sun and Mok-ju wish for? Let's find out tonight.